सर સાથે રિવર્સ સાયકોલોજી અપ્લાય
અમેરિકન છે
આવું હોય ને સર કરો એ તો કહું છું સર ને કહેવાનું બેરિંગ પણ સ્પિનર
હજી બોલ ઘટે જરાક
ના એવું ના હોય એક ઘટતું નથી એમાં કેસિંગ લાગેલી હોય પણ આમાં કેસિંગ નથી નાખી આળસ
તમે લોકો બનાવી
લાલ વાળું વ્હાઈટ વાળું લાઈક સારું વ્હાઈટ વાળું
So a little technical delay, but yeah. So the winner was Vyom, Daksh, Shelly, and Titi. So they are getting these assortments.
Assured cash prizes. Assured prizes.
And one free print.
Fast one free print.
અચ્છા આ નહીં કરે
हाँ
આ કૂપન રાખવું પડશે
हाँ
हाँ खोवाई जैसे तो नहीं
हाँ
once again this is sponsored by us not by PDVU
हाँ okay.
भाई आई just अरे ये चिंता मत करो सब फ्री है हाँ ये चीज अरे सब फ्री है सबको फ्री है सभी फ्री है स्ट्रीम पाછી ચાલુ કરવાનું तो गाइस एक्चुअली आपने जो पार्ट बनाया था मेरे पास यहाँ पे वो पार्ट है मैंने भी बनाया था तो ये जो पार्ट है एक्चुअली किस काम का है तो बेसिकली ये एक मेल पार्ट है और एक फीमेल पार्ट है मेल ब्लॉक और फीमेल ब्लॉक इसको अगर हम एक दूसरे के ऊपर ओवरलैप करेंगे तो ये कुछ ऐसा फिट करेगा जिसको हम ऐसे खींच के बाहर नहीं निकाल सकते तो ये यूजफुल होगा जिसमें जिन दो ब्लॉक्स को हमें टेंजेंशियली खींचना नहीं है एंड द अदर वन ऑल्सो वर्क्स लाइक दिस उसमें भी एक के ऊपर दूसरा अगर आप रख दोगे तो टेंजेंशियली खींचने पे वो बाहर नहीं आएगा सो जस्ट लाइक दिस देयर आर डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ फिट्स विच आर अवेलेबल जिसमें फॉर एग्जांपल ये नॉर्मल दो टाइप के फिर तीसरा वाला है उसमें हमें अंदर की साइड पे लॉक करना होता है और चौथा वाला है स्नैप फिट जो हम अपनी बैग के हुक्स में देख सकते हैं जो फोर्थ वाला है जिसको हमें थोड़ा सा दबा के अंदर डालना होता है देन जो हमने अभी मैंने दिखाया था डिजाइन उसको थोड़ा और अच्छा बनाने के लिए हम ऐसा यूज कर सकते हैं शेप में जिसमें जो ये दूसरा वाला पार्ट है उसका डायमीटर थोड़ा ज्यादा कम हो वो भी एडेप्ट कर लेगा ये वाला पार्ट तो मास मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में वो वाला पार्ट थोड़ा ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा वैसे ही वी कैन ऑल्सो प्रिंट डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ स्प्रिंग जैसे कि फर्स्ट इज एक्सटेंशन जो नॉर्मल स्प्रिंग होती है जो एक्सटेंशन बेस्ड होती है सेकेंड इज स्टेबलाइजिंग स्प्रिंग जिसमें हम बेसिकली बीच में एक शाफ्ट या जो भी चीज को हमें स्टेबल रखना है वो रखते हैं और उसको माउंट करते हैं किसी अनस्टेबल चीज पे या जो चीज वाइब्रेट हो थर्ड वन इज लीफ स्प्रिंग जो जनरली ऑटोमोबाइल्स में होती है हाँ सारी भाषा थर्ड वन इज स्लीव स्प्रिंग, जिसको हमें यहाँ से बेसिकली कंप्रेस करें तो वो एक्सटेंड हो जाएगी। इसमें और उसमें डिफरेंस ये है कि इसमें लाइक जो फोर्स लगता है कंप्रेस करने में वो थोड़ा कम लगता है, और इसमें कंप्रेशन का फोर्स थोड़ा ज्यादा होता है। ये जनरली मेटल्स में प्रिंट होता है, बट यू कैन आल्सो सेलिब्रेट इट। एंड द फोर्थ वन इज स्पाइरल स्प्रिंग, वो जनरली वॉचेस वगैरह में यूज होता है। इट इज मेनली यूज टू स्टोर पोटेंशियल एनर्जी। So with this, I conclude the principles of DFAM, our module 3.
Okay, so now we are going to workshop to slicing
શાફ્ટને અહીંયા પડી પાર્ટ 1 પાર્ટ 2 નામ છે સ્ક્રીન શેર ઓફ સ્ક્રીન શેર ઓન कर दो આવ્યું નથી ભાઈ નથી આવતું ભાઈ આમાં સ્ક્રીન શેર
એક મિનિટ આને એક વિન્ડો શેર કરી હશે એટલે
તમારા નેક્સ્ટ ओके
So right now we are using Ultimaker Cura because we'll see the reality 3D printer. Tomorrow we'll see Anycubic 3D printer and this Bambula one in action.
So guys, this is Ultimaker Cura. It is a slicing software. As I said earlier in the morning, slicing software helps us to convert the 3D model we just designed into a language machine can understand, which is G code.
ओके
So what we need is we need to save our 3D parts in STL format. So first we will do that.
So hello everyone. So enjoying the program. I mean, probably you will appreciate this thing only when you do the program. So it is free when there is no appreciation. Right? And those who are a part of this AICTE IdeaLab, you need to come out with similar module in Europe. Right? That's your responsibility. Mechanical students are doing similarly. There's a committee. Are you part of committee? So, final things, the program is there approved by the
Yes.
So, please continue.
So in SolidWorks, you can see there is an option in file. It's called save as. I hope everybody is familiar with it. Here we will select STL as the file format and save it. Similarly, we will save another part as the STL also. We are selecting these small parts because we do not want the print time to be much longer, because you guys also have to go home. Yes, HDL. So now in Ultimaker Cura, we will go to File, then Open Files, and then we will select the STL files we just created. As you can see here, part1.htl and part2.htl. These were the first two files we created early in the morning.
All of you are required to practice parallelly. Yes, first.
Yes, but
Doing the demo.
actually they don't have the slicing software. They could not have it installed. But by tomorrow, I'll make sure they get it installed. Soilos they need hands-on practice because these computers have Soilos and they have learned. So here, as you can see, our parts are imported. What we need to do is we need to arrange them in a way that it's easier to print it for the printer. So if we take this view, we can see that the circle part we designed the hole is in this position. But here it would be better if we make it so that let me show. So we rotate it 90 degree, and now the part, as you can see here, uh, is standing. So why this is better is because what a 3D printer does is it prints layer by layer, right? So if we print the bottom layer with empty space in between, and then for the upper part, the printer would have to create sort of a bridge, which is harder for it, and it can cause problems. So it is better to arrange it in this way. Same way for this part, we will rotate it. Here we kept the wider portion downwards because you can imagine, right? If there is the portion with which is thinner is at the bottom and the thicker one is on top, we would need to create supports. Otherwise, how would it print in air? Because the printer can extrude material, but it needs a base on which the extruded material stays on. Uh, yes, it can create overhangs at some slight angles from base, like it can go like this, but it can't completely extrude material in air. Uh, we can provide supports which can be removed afterwards the print, but we'll do all those advanced things in 3D printing tomorrow. Uh, Here we are doing just a basic print, so we are going to put it like this. So now here on the top right, we can see some settings that are available. Ultimaker Cura is a very basic slicing software. There are much advanced slicing softwares in the market, which we will also learn tomorrow and day after that. But for the first print, I will get you to know the basics using this software. So here we click Show Custom, and then we can see all the settings available. So first thing is quality, the layer in which we get option layer height. So what is layer height is it is the interval in which the z-axis will move. So every 0.15 mm there will be a layer. So imagine that you have a structure that is bit slant. This is the base, and the structure is slant. So what it will first do is create this layer which is big, then a smaller one on it, smaller one on it, and the height of that layer is what we are defining here. If the layer height is too much, then what we can see on the surface is steps. Uh, I am going to come there and show you the how you can differentiate the layers when layer height was kept more.
सोलर फार्मिंग तो हर हर घर में चलती है।
हाँ ये करूँ
आपका सैंपल साथ में रखना चाहिए। हाँ उससे भाषा विचार। No talking. All of you are required to involve. Take the object. Participate extensively. Right. कल का भी उनको बता देना टाइम से आना ऐसा नहीं कि घूमते घूमते आराम से 11 बजे आएंगे. See, you see that you should report again tomorrow as per the schedule, right? You are required to report again tomorrow by 10 o'clock, right? And as I mentioned that you are required to attend all the sessions.
Hello. So this is what I meant from layer height. If you keep the layer height low, you can see the object on the left. It has lower layer height. Its surface looks smoother. But if you keep it high, then it would look something like this. So after we have wall thickness.
1 minute. Morning we identify two students from the female category for preparing the presentation. Who are the two? Raise your hand. Who are the two? Now, two female students raise the hand that they will go with the presentation. Again, now also you do like this after 12 hours, 6 hours. Again, in male category, two students. Yeah. Who else? Who are different? Uh, Raise your hand because see, both of you are in the same stream or a different stream? Fine. So what you need to do, what is the action plan? Whatever you have learned in day 1, 2, and 3, that you need to prepare a presentation and that is to be presented on the last day. Right? Presentation includes everything about day 1, 2, and 3, right? And your learning outcome. Please understand. Add certain few pictures also. Right? Is it clear for the teams? Right? And please ensure that those who have raised their hand, they should remain available on the third day. At the same time, they should attend all the sessions. Otherwise, there is no point in preparing the presentation if you remain absent. Right? So I'm done. Thank you.
So in next walls, you need to understand one thing that when you 3D print something, it won't be completely solid. It will have a sort of hollow structure inside it. I will show you the images. See, everybody please pay attention. So here you can see, if you print a cube, it won't be completely solid inside. It will have this type of infill pattern inside it. The purpose of this is to save material and time while providing strength to the object. Uh, but here you can see, rather, except the infill pattern, there are walls and walls are thick. There is no infill patterns on each wall, as you can see. These walls they are thick, right? They do not have any infill pattern. So here we define the thickness of the wall. Its main impact is on strength. The higher the thickness of wall, the higher the strength, and of course more material will be used and more printing time will be there. This is the same thing. Here we define the thickness, but for the top pattern and the bottom pattern. So here is the main thing. This is the infill pattern. So as I showed here, there are various types of infill pattern. The most popular ones is grade one. This is the grid infill pattern. So this provides the maximum strength and it takes maximum print time. So we define two things in infill: the percentage of material that will be used for an infill, by volume. So let's say the internal volume of this structure is 100 mm cube. Then out of that 100 mm cube, how much will be material which will be used for the infill? So if you put 50% infill, then it will use 50%. Other will remain hollow. So grid pattern gives the most strength, but it takes a long time. Then we have a pattern called gyroid. I will show. This is the gyroid infill pattern. It's slightly faster than the grid infill pattern, and it provides almost the same strength as the grid infill pattern. So this is the infill pattern we almost everybody uses when they need strength. Then as on screen you can see there. Okay, it's not visible, but there are multiple types of infill pattern available in the software. Each have different print time and strength they provide. Some are for aesthetics also, so you can choose it there. Then we put the material settings. So there are multiple types of filaments available in the market. The most common one is polylactic acid. It's PLA. It prints very easily. Here, this blue spool we have here. This is PLA. Please rotate this. In fact, all the materials, all the objects we showed you today were made in PLA. So it has low melting point, and also it is not good if you want to use it in applications where high temperature is there. Then there is PETG, which is slightly more premium. It has higher melting temperature and more strength. It is a little bit more flexible also. Then we have rubber-like material like TPU. Then we have ABS, which is the best quality plastic there is for 3D printing. Even Lego uses ABS. Then we have TPU, which is a rubber-like material. It is for flexibility if you want to use it there. So each material have a different recommended temperature at which they should be extruded. So that we have to that value we have to put here. Two temperatures we have to put. The one is the nozzle temperature, which is called the printing temperature, and the another one is build plate temperature. The build plate here, the base plate, it also stays hot. Not as not as hot as the nozzle, but slightly more hotter than the environment. Then here is the travel options. Then cooling options, which are obviously so cooling goes. If you cool the material too much, just when it's extruded, it won't stick. But if you keep it hot for longer, it can uh, it can slightly bend also. Then here is also one another important thing. It's called supports. So as I said earlier, you can't extrude any material and expect it to stick if you extrude it in air. You need a material below it on which the material being extruded will stay on. So if your design has parts that are hanging, you need supports. There are two types of supports generally used. One is normal supports, which is like this, and another one is tree supports. Uh, so tree supports look like this. The remaining two options I will explain you in detail tomorrow. So now we will click on slice. So here we can see the slicing has been done, and it's showing us 8 gram and 50 minutes time for printing. So what we can do is click save to disk, and then it will export a G code file. As you can see, okay, you can't see, but the file extension is .g code. So this is the file that the printer can read and understand. So it will export this file. We can open G code with Notepad also. It's just a simple text format. So here you can see the software has created a set of instructions for the machine. This is a step-by-step procedure to create the object we designed. So we can send this G code file to the machine in multiple ways. Most printers use SD card for it. Some support Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. So we send it to the printer and then we start printing. Now we will go to the workshop and then start this print.
चलो okay guys, let's go to the workshop and see the print. आ जाओ सब इधर के आ जाओ.
અહીંયા તો હતું બે અહીંયા તો હતું મારું એ देखा रहेगा सेट में देखा ये बट चालीस से नहीं हाँ ये माने 1 लाख रुपया लेंगे तो महीना कितने हजार क्या बोलूं नहीं भाई बता प्लीज कुर्सी में प्रॉपर મૂકીને જાવ યાર પોતપોતાની આ પહેલા ઇન્સ્ટ્રક્શન આપવાનું ये क्या કાલે અહીંયા બેસાડવાની અરે બટ આપણી પોસિબિલિટી માં આવે ને પૂછું છું ગઈકાલે ઝૂટોપિયા 2 જોયું તો એમાં એક બુક હતી આવી જ દેખાતી હતી. અરે હા, अरे हाँ नेट वगैरह चाहती है तो एक तो गांडू जो भूली है था लैपटॉप अपना. अरे मेरा लैपटॉप कहाँ गया? ये लैपटॉप किसका है? उसी का है. हाँ तो वही तो बोल रहा हूँ यार. मेरा नेट चालू किया नेट याद છે ને મેઘના ફોન એટલે તો નટ લઈ ગયો મેં